Hey, welcome back. I'm taking a minute to document the new upgraded stakes that I'm making for the Persimmons. Check it out. This thing is a vampire killer. I made this from a hunk of cedar, western red cedar that I had cut down a couple years ago. I have the logs kind of laying all over the place and they don't break down. So I took a chunk, chainsawed big piece off of it, chopped it up with the chop saw, and then cut it down to a point. So then here's Daisy and Oliver. Whoops, sorry, it's shaky. Walk slower. So this is early Fuyu, and it's putting on, a massive crop this year. I mean, the most I've ever gotten out of this persimmon, I think, is one fruit, and it was, I think, the year I planted it. Check it out. Woo, this thing's going crazy. So, I mean, that's great. It's also a problem in that it's pulling the entire tree over, and we've been getting, well, from what the weather people say, this is the wettest year in recorded history in Portland, and I'm right next to Portland, so effectively same thing for me. Yeah, so this will be great for fruit crops. However, it's weighing the trees down a lot. So hi Daisy. Daisy's helping. So I did the same thing. I made another stake over here, same thing, western red cedar, tied it up, and I feel like it's not enough. So I think I'm gonna put another one over here and kind of tie it this way, and then I'll have it tie this way, and I think that should be enough to keep it standing up. Keep kind of walking around it, and it just wants to flop over. Our soils here are kind of like a sandy loam, I guess, and when we get these non-stop rains, the soil gets really loose. So I've seen the trees, especially like the apple trees back there in the corner, because the gophers and the soil and the rain and all that, they'll flop over and they'll pull themselves out of the ground if they put on a heavy crop like this. So I think this tree is a bit too small to handle this much fruit. So I'm gonna stake it, and then I may even thin it out a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. So that's the news for the early Fuyu. It's looking awesome. I'm really happy with it. I may even try to prune it a little bit. It's getting, well, it's got, some branches that are basically sitting on the ground. And I would really like it to go like a little bit this way, towards the sun. I don't know why it's leaning this way. That's away from the sun. It's very strange. Okay, just real quick, before I go, I wanted to show you what it looks like. Here's the two stakes. And then here's what it looks like. Much nicer. It's nearly straight. I didn't realize, and I read Fukuoka's book quite a while ago. I didn't realize that the persimmons were kind of so lanky looking. I think he said that they have like a pyramid type shape to them, which I think it does. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, this fruit crop is so heavy. I mean, if these ripen up to even close to the ones that are the size, close to the ones that the store carries, this thing is going to have a lot of weight on it. So I'm a little worried about it. It may make sense to thin it out a little bit. We'll see how far the branches get pulled down. If they're looking too crazy, I may have to thin some off. It's either that or lose the branch, and you don't want to do that. Alright, so that's it. Just wanted to document the evolution of the tree stakes. I like to make them out of wood now that doesn't rot, or at least not rot easily. I like to put little notches in there so the rope can grab onto it. And then this is just basically a laundry line, although I could use something a little bit better than that. But I am assuming that this won't be permanent. We'll see. All right.